For the core stabilization level, we're going to do 3 different exercises for this day of training. So we're going to start with marching. So as you can see, the client is laid supine on the floor. He's brought his knees bent and his feet are flat, pointing straight ahead. And he's going to begin by lifting 1 foot off the floor, only as high as can be controlled. So you can go back and since we're in the stabilization level, we're going to be doing it as slow as possible. And then he's going to slowly lower it back down and repeat on the other side. And while he's doing this, he's going to maintain the drawing in maneuver. So again, this is tucking that navel in towards your spine and keeping control of the abdominal muscles. This next exercise is a floor prone cobra. So the client is going to start with lying prone on the ground, and he's going to activate his glute muscles and pinch the shoulder blades. And then he's going to lift his chest off the floor with his thumbs pointed up. When you do that, and then keep your chin tucked, and then slowly and controlled go back down to the ground. And you're going to repeat for a total of 12 repetitions, and you'll do 2 sets of this. And one thing that's important to remember is that you don't want to lift your chest off the ground too much to hyperextend the back, because that puts pressure on the spine and the lumbo-pelvic hip complex, and we want to avoid that. And we do it nice and controlled. This next exercise that we're going to be doing is the plank. So he's going to get on his forearms and he's going to extend the body out. And you want to make sure that your chin is tucked and your back is flat. And you're going to do this for a total of 30 seconds and for 2 repetitions. And another thing that's important, if you can't go for 30 seconds, then you can drop down to your knees and do it, or you can start with 15 seconds and progress from there. Moving into the core strength level, we're going to start off with a ball crunch. So as you can see, the client is laying on the stability ball, and he's going to make sure his knees are bent at a 90-degree angle, and his feet are shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward. And he's going to slowly crunch his upper body forward and raising the shoulder blades off of the ball, and then slowly and controlled go back down. And because this is a crunch, we're not going to go all the way up, but we're going to slowly crunch up and then go back down. And we're going to repeat for a total of 12 repetitions, and we'll do 2 sets of this. Nice and controlled. There we go. And using that stability ball kind of increases our proprioceptively enriched environment, so it increases the need for stability within the exercise. This next exercise that we're going to be doing is a Russian twist. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit on your buttocks, and then you're going to lean back until you feel tension in your core with the feet lifted off of the ground, and then you're going to slowly and controlled rotate to one side, and you want to make sure that your hands touch the ground, and then you're going to rotate and then go to the other side. And you want to kind of maintain that core and using the drawing in and the bracing maneuver. And you want to go for a total of 12 repetitions on each side. Now, if you find that this is too easy, you can increase the challenge by using a weight. So here we're using a medicine ball. And again, proceeding with 12 repetitions on each side. This next exercise that we're going to be doing is the reverse crunch. So you can do this exercise several different ways. You can either do it on a bench, or you can be doing it on the floor using a partner. In this situation, we're going to be using a partner. So the client is laying on the floor. He's going to grab onto the partner's ankles, and he's going to lift his legs up, with lifting his hips off the ground, and slowly and controlled bringing him back down. And he's going to do this for a total of 12 repetitions, and then do it for a total of 2 sets. Moving into the core power level, we're going to start with a medicine ball pullover throw using a stability ball. So here you're going to start with your feet or your knees bent at 90 degrees, feet flat on the floor, pointing straight ahead, and you're going to be sitting on the stability ball, and then you're going to lay back with a ball overhead, fully back, and then you're going to move forward quickly, throwing the ball and let your arms fall all the way through. and then you're going to catch and repeat for a total of 8 repetitions. And since we're at the power level, we're going to be doing this at a fast speed, working on that speed of the movement. This next exercise that we're going to be doing is a front medicine ball oblique throw. So the client's going to start with his feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, hips in a neutral position, and he's going to start bringing the ball to one side and then quickly, as can be controlled, throwing the ball, and he's going to catch the ball, bring it down to the opposite side, and go. And you're going to continue for 12 repetitions on each side. Now you can do this exercise by completing it all on one side and then rotating and doing the other side, or you can alternate sides, whichever you prefer. And since we're in the power level, again, we want to be doing this as fast as can be controlled, really engaging those oblique muscles.